So, I did a thing today that really pissed off my girlfriend, who maybe by the time of seeing this video is my fiance, and she'll forgive me a lot more for this. But I got something from IWI. If you can't see from the box, it's upside down. And I'm unboxing it. Disclaimer, this is not a true unboxing. I unboxed it when I bought it at the range, and I shot it some and got it sighted in on the iron sight anyway. But in the box it comes, it's nice and foam, cut out, and obviously it's cut out too if you got the longer barrel variant, but mine is the pistol, which is the 8.3 inch barrel. And I got this particular one chambered in 7.62 by 39 because I wanted to replace my AK that I have. So I'm selling that AK now, and I have this pretty thing now. So just from, I'm only shot it a couple rounds so far, and I mean it does great. It's empty, so you guys can all see. And I mean, I got it all sighted in. The adjustment from the factory is really nice and easy. They include a tool to do front sight and rear sight adjustment. I found that out of the box mine was centered already as far as the rear post goes, but I noticed that mine just needed to be adjusted for height a little bit out of the box, which is not a big deal. You should sight in your rifles anyway when you get them. My favorite thing about it so far, just from the couple rounds that I shot, is definitely the safety compared to an AK. So you can see I'm not even touching that part. I can actuate the safety with my thumb here without really taking my hand off the trigger at all. Whereas like here, you know, you got to come up and then push it down, and then you're on fire like an AK, or you push it up. And some people don't like that because you have to take your hand off, but it's not, you know, too terrible of a deal for me. It doesn't bother me much, but I know I'll get used to this, and it'll be nice because, you know, you're unsafe and you come up and then you're on fire. And, you know, I got a bit of practice to do with this. I like the actuating dust cover. So whenever it's charging or shooting, the dust cover moves with the charging handle, so it actually keeps it nice and clean in here. Obviously this portion is still open, but at least this side's covered. I like the fact that all this is actually Picatinny rail cover. I got that one. There's Picatinny rail there, and you know, a bunch of different things you can do. You know, if you want to mount lights on the bottom one comes off too, and there's a Picatinny. So I think I'm going to put my Magpul grip on this because I just kind of have one laying around, and that'll be easy. Maybe at some point throw a light either on the side or on top with an optic like a red dot, because if I have a flashlight here, this iron sight is so low that even just putting my thumb over like this to shoot, I can just barely see the front sight post, the top of it anyway. So I'll have to figure something out. Maybe I'll do like an Aimpoint Micro, something that's a little bit more of a low rise, just so I can still utilize my iron sights if I need to, but the main thing will be a flashlight and an optic. Or, you know, if I just did a flashlight on the side with a pressure pad on top and an optic, I could do that too, or a pressure pad on the opposite side here, because if I have my Magpul, you know, I'll be like this. I am probably going to change out this bird cage flash hider, and the way that they made it is actually nice because they don't, you know, you don't have a bench vise for this gun, but it's so there's a flash hider and then basically kind of like a lock nut. So you just put wrenches here and twist, and it comes off, and you put something else on there. I'd like to eventually get a can for this, but I'm planning on moving in probably the next 6 months or so. So that probably won't happen for a while. But it does take standard AK magazines. So this is the one that came in the box. It's PMag. And that fits right in. And then I'm going to get up and get my other mag that I have. So I have just a standard steel mag, and it fits right in. So that's kind of nice that I can just use my standard AK pattern magazines for this. I'm going to get out and shoot it more tomorrow and try to develop a better opinion of it. So far, I really like it. I mean, I've only shot 60 rounds out of it, but I really like it. And quality-wise, it feels a lot better than an AK. I mean, as far as, you know, the parts, I mean, there are some plastic things that I know people won't like the grip. I can never change the grip because this is all one piece down here. It's all plastic. But I mean, that's not really that much of a deal breaker for me. I mean, a lot of stuff is plastic or poly material. I mean, think of just like Glock lowers. I mean, they're all poly. So it's all the important stuff that's still metal, like the dust cover, the bolt, everything is still metal. So it's not like it's going to affect reliability in any way. So the only thing that kind of sucks is this thing is kind of a pain to fold up. I mean, you got to give it like a lot of pressure because the spring is really hard. But I mean, just sitting right here doing it, I found that doing like this method works, but I can't get it right now because, you know, I'm being a pussy. Or you can just push it like this and then it's folded. And it's got kind of a soft lock when it's like this, but if you need to just fling it open, it's open and then it's locked and it doesn't move anywhere. And the good thing about it being hard to unfold or to fold up is that obviously when you're shooting, then in theory it's not going to just unfold on you in the middle of shooting. But and then I mean, you can see this thing's pretty small compared to a lot of other stuff. So it'll be nice to get out and see how well I can control it once I get actually a good amount of rounds on it. So my next video will probably be this, maybe either a few hundred rounds or 1,000 rounds later. So if you guys could like, subscribe. If you have questions, just ask them down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. I mean, I just got this is like, I've had it for less than 2 hours. So I'm still trying to figure out stuff on it and, you know, formulate an opinion. But so far, I really like it. I mean, as far as first impressions, they're great. And I mean, it's just 60 rounds so far. It's fun to shoot. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have questions, just let me know. And I'll get to them. I mean, I've been trying to reply to everyone's comments whenever I see them, just because, you know, I'm right now a smaller channel and I have time to just look at your guys' stuff whenever you need it. So I'll see you guys in the next video.